Hey, it's podcast time. December 9th, 2013 is the day, and I'm your host, SS at Solid Signal. Let me tell you, I was at DirecTV's top secret facility in El Segundo, California on Friday. Well, as top secret as a facility can be with a 8-foot tall DirecTV logo sign on it. At any rate, I was looking at some of the latest and greatest stuff for hotels, and this is going to blow your mind. I know we don't have a whole lot of listeners here at the Solid Signal podcast, but I'd be willing to bet that every single one of you has stayed at a hotel. So, every single one of you can identify with what I'm about to say. Okay, you know this has happened to you. You go to a hotel and you're not there to watch television, I get that. But you turn on the TV and all of a sudden you're transported back to 1985. The television signal looks awful, there's no guide, there's no DVR, there's just nothing. If you're lucky to have one of those more modern TV sets, well, okay, at least it's bigger, but let's be honest. TV technology has fallen way behind in hotels. That's about to change. I spent the day learning about DirecTV's next generation residential experience system. Sure, DirecTV Residential Experience is out now, and it's in about 1,000 hotels. It gives you a real DirecTV receiver or even a DVR right in the room, which is totally cool, and gives you the guide, it gives you everything that you would expect from the DirecTV experience, including top-notch digital HD picture. The problem is that a lot of hotels have been locked out of getting this new DirecTV residential experience because of the wires they already have in the wall. DirecTV Residential Experience, or DRE as they call it, requires that a separate wire be run from every single television all the way back to a master closet or to an intermediate closet. That's just not how hotels are wired. Hotels are wired with what they call loop-through wiring, which is more like a Christmas light, where, there's one plug and then the wires just go from light to light to light to light. There's not a separate wire that goes back from every light. This new version of DRE will be able to support up to, almost 190 receivers from a single closet and using the same wires that are already in the walls. It starts with a thorough inspection to make sure that everything's up to code, if you understand what I'm saying. And as necessary, you replace all the ends on the cables and all of the little bits of hardware in the walls that need to get replaced. But the most important thing is that those long runs of copper do not need to be replaced. And that's what's held up a lot of these installations. Once that's done, there's all the interfacing that goes to the hotel's management system and all the stuff you don't really care about. Gives the hotel the ability to remotely wipe or reset your receiver as needed. You don't care about that either. What you care about is super HD quality digital picture and sound right in your hotel room, just exactly like you have it at home. What more could you ask for? The best part is that virtually any hotel will work here. You don't have to do hundreds of thousands of dollars of rewiring. You don't have to buy some sort of special modulator system that limits the number of channels you get. You could have 500 channels in every room if you are willing to pay for it. You can have DirecTV service in your common areas if you're willing to pay for it. The point is, it gives hotel operators a lot of choice and not that expensively. And when they can do something with a lot of choice and not that expensively, they're going to do it. And that's going to benefit you, the person who stays in the hotel. I mean, imagine staying at one of those extended stay type hotels and they put a DVR in the room with DirecTV service, and it's just like being at home. You can record stuff, you can get a series link set up. I mean, really, pause live TV when you have to go, take care of your business. Come on, this is the stuff that you count on at home. This is just like your baseline entertainment experience at home, and it's what you totally torpedo anytime you go to a hotel. Well, not anymore. And it's amazing. I'm incredibly jazzed about this process, and I'm even more jazzed about the idea that hotels are going to be able to do this very, very inexpensively, and that means that a lot more of them are going to be able to do it. You're going to be hearing a lot more about this at the Consumer Electronics Show in January and at other shows throughout the coming year. All this stuff is still in prototype form, but it is incredibly exciting. Your Solid Signal blog team is working on a white paper that'll explain as much as possible of how this works. A lot of it's still hush-hush confidential, so there's only so much that we can do. If you'll get our podcast through YouTube, we'll post a link to that review here. And if not, then go to solidsignal.com/forum, go to the DirecTV Residential Experience Forum, and you'll find it there. That about does it for another week. I'd like to thank you for listening for something like 49 straight weeks, those of you who started with us. If you have any ideas for a future podcast, click that orange Suggest a Topic button at the upper right of blog.solidsignal.com. And until then, have a great week.